Hello again and welcome back to December. This is Theresa Moxley of Larkindesign. And so today I wanted to show you some of the foundation pages. And so what I've done is I've gone through and sorted my page protectors, 25 of them, and placed them in the album, and I cut 25 of these vellum and transparency dividers and put them in between, just randomly in between the page protectors. And so I've gone through once and filled a few of them, and I'm just going to walk you through the album page by page, and I'm also going to fill in a little bit and just talk about kind of the products I chose and what I'm doing. This page protector, it had a staple in it, and so I'm just trying to figure out how to cover up that little boo-boo there. I was going to do something different. So I decided that this little holly from, I don't know, I think that's from Jelly Bean, that'll work. And so I grabbed my stapler and tack that down, and then that little 3x4 card, that's a Heidi swap, and that will be perfect for journaling for that day. I think that this is day 2. I don't really number these pages yet. I can't commit. If I decide later on that I want to move around the order or something, then I'm free to do that. So I don't put the numbers in until I'm actually got the photos in hand. So some of these full-size page protectors I took and I sewed them down so that the 4x6 photo would go in the bottom. That's a transparency from Studio Calico. And then that little vellum is from Webster's Pages. And so that'll be cute to just layer some stuff on top of. That transparency is American Crafts. It's at Michael's. And then another page protector that I just sewed a 4x6 pocket in, and so I'm just putting in a little 4x6 card that would go behind the photo. And what happens in these page protectors for basic gray is that they're just a little bit wider than 4x6. It's to accommodate the seam when they're sewn, when they're divided for the 3x4. So when you put your 4x6 cards in, it's a little bit long, the page protector is a little bit longer than the card. So I'm just putting a little washi tape over that. And then when I go back, I'll probably use that for the day number, and I'll incorporate that into the design somehow. And so that just sort of shows you how you can handle that wider pocket. That's another transparency by American Crafts at Michael's. And then this little page protector, it needs some help. So I've got this little strip. It's from Ellie's Studio, from the bottom of one of her papers. And so I'm just going to trim that in half for that little filler pocket. And one of the reasons I really like the basic gray is because of these filler pockets. They're 7x9. And so it makes this little strip, and I really like trying to fill those and figure out what kind of goodies to put in there. So this one gets front and back, the little Christmas trees, and I'm just taping those together so that they will stick, and then I can staple them. So I've got those taped together, and I'm getting my Tim Holtz tiny attacher, and there it is. I don't know what I would do without that thing. So that's stapled in place, and that's that day. I'm just kind of thinking what else I want to do with that. Probably just photos. And I decide that other 3x4 pocket needs something on this side. So I'm going to go through, I have that little stack of Heidi Swap and for Project Life, and Those are perfect. They're white and gold, and then these are a slight cream color. And it'd be easy enough to do these on your silhouette as well, but I was lazy and just bought them. So I slid that in there. And then I love how that turned out. That little dream word is Theresa Collins, Nine and Company, I think, and they're just vellum stickers to go over a photo. And then that little vellum on top with the blue polka dots is Webster's Pages with a little glitter strip over it. That vellum is also Webster's Pages. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with that. So those are just some Merry and Bright embellishments. And then the backs of those need something. So I'm going to go through my stack of cards and figure out. Those little pockets are 3x3. So I usually just take a 3x4 card and trim them down a little bit. And that usually works out really well to fill those little 3x3 pockets. And I really like those dividers. So I'm looking over there, and I see that I've used the Ellie Studio Joy card. I lost some footage there, so, and don't worry, we'll go back. So I'm on the next page, and I did some washi tape across that filler strip. I did the gold on this side, and I'm just getting a little word strip to put there, just as a little detail. So I'm going to tape that down, and then on the other side, I put the darker star washi tape, and I'm just looking for a word strip to go on that. And on the other side of that layout for that day, I've used some of Gossamer Blue's photo papers, and with the navy and the red, and so I'm looking for the red word strip. I'm just trying to figure out, that one looks the best. It has the best contrast, and it ties in with that Gossamer Blue paper. So I just put a little adhesive on that to hold it in place, and then staple both of those. And I really like how that washi tape turned out. And so now you can see that day that I lost. I just did 2 Ellie Studio cards, trimmed them down, and then put them in those pockets. And so there's another day that will be for a full-size photo. And then that poinsettia paper from Pink Paisley is just gorgeous, and it goes really well with that navy 3x4 card. And then, whoops, wrong pocket. That little vellum strip is Webster's Pages. It just looks like snow to me. So here is the next day, and I'm sort of doing some red and some mint green, and that little tag, that little wooden tag, I think is Gossamer Blue as well, and then that mint green again. So thank you so much for watching. That's it for these few days, and then come back and join me tomorrow, and I will show you some more of these foundation pages. Thanks again. This is Theresa Moxley of Larkin Design with my December album for 2014.